If we had a technology strong enough, what would we do? Would we go back to find and kill John Connors? Or would we go back and build the technology a bit earlier to help us more? So I think, funny enough, in one of the strongest industries in the world, that we have a responsibility. And what I'm going to talk to you today about is a little bit about what is happening, and what is happening in this industry and what we are trying to help with. And I think we are halfway through between building the next generation and letting the old survive. And I think this is what we are in the midst of. And it has two arms. One is about the consumers, and how consumers have changed. And the other one is about technology, and how technology has changed. And how actually the two changes together define where we are now. About 5 years ago, two major articles come as a reference. It's 2019, the Transformers technology from Google, by a number of researchers from Google. Remember, all you need is attention, the famous article. And 2020, Angela Strange, Anderson Horowitz. In the future, every company will be a fintech company. These are the two trends. They are both mature. They are 5 years old. Reality is changing. And what happens actually in our area is that consumers got a lot smarter. So we know for ages that the age of us building products and being focused on the product side of it is over. We learned many years ago that products need to be enhanced with services. And then there was a whole age when we started basically this company, which is like 7 or 8 years ago, we were still talking about customer-centric. But guess what? The life is changing. Times they are changing, as someone said earlier. So in fact, what we're moving towards is a life-centric economy. So it's no longer us being able to target a particular customer, but it's about targeting a particular customer in a particular place, in a particular point in time. The moment the advent of massive online commerce, basically, brought to us, everyone, the idea of a customer journey. And when we talk about customer journey and we talk evolving perceptions of individuals as they make their decisions, their buying decisions, that's when we realize that it's not about me, Sergio, that I may go for a mortgage or for a consumer loan or for a wealth management, but it's me, Sergio, actually looking for buying a house, looking for and potentially financing a house bigger than I can afford, looking for having a holiday, looking for planning retirement, looking for, why not, throwing a huge party and financing that, So I think this life-centric is actually what is changing what we are doing. And the changing of, now I did something really wrong. It's 3 buttons, but none of them work. Aha. Okay. Yeah, this I got. This I got when it works. Okay, so you see the customer-centric is static. It's the same story of ambidexterity in business. The customer-centric is looking with exploiting eyes on the business, while the life-centric is looking at a holistic, evolving, dynamic, trend-based thing. So it's about the context, is about the perceptions, is about the emotions, the aspirations, the integrated offerings when it comes to what is happening. And this has been seen by the industry of technology for quite some time. So Satya Nadella, in fact, mentioned many years back that we had to build deeper empathy for our customers and then their unarticulated and unmet needs. We have to explore the needs of the customers in order to get where we want. It's not enough to exploit the needs of the customers as we perceive them now. Now, what does this mean? It means that for the businesses to succeed, for the financial businesses to succeed, we have to focus on that life-centric. And that life-centric means basically just a few things. We have to think of more complex products that mix more things. We have to provide those products instantaneously to be consumed when they are needed. And we have to be able to embed those products in whatever customer journey is. Attention, customer journey that is linked to the life-centric view, to the changes in the life cycle of the individuals that demand the use of certain financial products. And I think this is the essence of embedded finance, this is the essence of creating product bundles, and this is the essence of usability now. This is the equivalent, this is the British equivalent of, get a Covri Luca when you get the perks of a particular financial product. And if it's there, okay, obviously it can be here anytime, because we realize that products as such are very comparable. The features of a particular loan, of a particular deposit, of a particular financial offering from bank A to Z, because we have as many banks as the letters of the alphabet, right, are quite similar. So the difference nowadays is around the core product, is in the experience, in what else can I offer together with my financial product. So in this context, our jobs become a lot smarter. We have to look for the data. We have to connect, if you want, the user experience with the product definition. We have to connect the front to back. We have to make sure that whatever we do is able to connect with the other features of our technology stack. We have to make sure that whatever products we build can face the security and regulatory challenges of today. It's not simple. So this thing of managing product, customer, life-centric experiences, integrated end-to-end, is basically what we have tried to solve for in our technology. And if you look at the most relevant transformation trend on the technology side, that's obviously AI. And AI at this moment has already brought a massive increase in productivity, in times to market, in product design. And everybody understands it's just the beginning. Everybody understands we're just making the first steps. The Gen AI part of AI is just a few years old. So we are actually going in this process of artificial intelligence, which, by the way, I learned in the University of Computers like almost 30 years ago. And we did learn about AI, turned to machine learning 10 years ago that started to work and provided to allow for training models. And then we got from that to the area of deep learning and to Gen AI, which is basically a very, very complex machine learning where we just predict the next word. But how about aggregating, being able to predict the next word that makes sense in a statement, to the next paragraph that makes sense in a story, and the next action that makes sense in a set of actions. And predicting actually the next action through large language models is what brought us Gen AI, and as a subset of Gen AI, the agentic AI. Everybody talks, I think, for the last few months about agentic AI, although the signs for it have been there for quite some time. So when you move from predicting the next word, basically from doing research, from learning, from understanding how the frontier of knowledge expands, into action, into how the same basic AI model is able to achieve a goal by observing the reality, observing a whole world of data, and acting towards that goal, that's when you start using Gen AI as an agent. And guess what? We're seeing this already as consumers. When we ask our digital assistants, when we use the most recent versions of our Gen AI personal assistants that we have started to work a few years back. But I think all of us here in the next year or so will be using a lot more in very simple things. Planning our next vacation. Understanding what to order off a menu. Building, if you want, sequences of life for us in that life-centric economy. Now, can we match that against a product offering for financial services? I think this is the key. If I'm looking at how these generations of artificial intelligence are translated in, very simple things like, asking a Gen AI what is FintechOS. Okay, the initial stage was just, a company. From there, just a year ago, if you want, when RAG appeared, you already were able to enhance that model with external knowledge, such that you no longer have hallucinations. And then, with Gen AI agents, with agentic AI, you can actually provide orchestration of actions, and you can match with tools. Now, if orchestration of actions and matching with tools sounds like anything, it sounds a little bit like technology. It sounds like a bit like what we expect. It sounds like a little bit like the next step of the previous revolution. The RPA kind of revolution. The next step of RPA, if you want, is agentic AI. So this is where AI use cases for financial industry are happening today. Agents for marketing, agents for automating the full stack from front end to the back office, and agents to assess and improve risk analysis. This is the space. This is where we have to create for our companies the kind of interfaces, the kind of agents that would connect to the agents of the customers and to the agents of our clients in a few years' time. Are we making the right steps? Are we there yet? What we have done, in our case, we have looked at creating this AI product engine that is overlaid on the previous versions of our technology, which was already low-code and data-driven, and allows us, in a united platform, doing end-to-end management, to manage product and product lifecycle and, if you want, a collection of financial products for a client. And this starts, of course, with the product design. It includes the customer journeys. It includes the offering, the bundles, the risk underwriting and compliance, and the back office processes. And why not, at the end of the day, some product analytics, some portfolio analytics, some understanding of how that product is actually deployed in the market. And I have some movies. There is a screen over there in the hallway where these movies are actually displayed continuously. And here you can actually see how, nowadays, you can build more and more complex products with the help of this technology. And products can be, of course, very different. And in fact, and I'm going to show you here, we are already at a stage where we can use Copilot in order to define the products and provide the first template of a product using natural language. Because at the end of the day, what we are trying to do here with machine learning, with agentic AI, is what we used to do even 50 years ago, when a product manager would be called into the general management office and be told, hey, we need to create a new financial product that would have such and such features and would target such and such individuals. And I want that to be available in our systems and on the desks of our clerks in a year from now. Now, this is how you can do it in a few weeks from now through technology. And we are very ready. We are at that stage where we can not only provide that AI-based definition of the product, but the product has evolved. Because guess what? Every other financial provider can come up with a student loan as an express loan. So I have to think, what are the features, what are the partnerships that I can provide into the market? Maybe I have to target the more geeks, the more health conscious, and I can package it with a critical illness plan from insurance. And maybe, if I'm looking for the nerds, I can even bundle with a subscription for something else, a subscription for reading, subscription for books with Amazon Prime. And defining all these products is exactly what we are doing now. Embedding those products into the greater financial infrastructure, technology infrastructure of the financial services company that we're working for. Does it sound a bit sci-fi or something? No, not anymore. Because this is something that we do anyway. Now, can we do it basically a little bit better? Can we do it already in a way where our turnout time for launching a new product, for launching a new version of the same product, that basically in terms of if you want reporting to the authorities would be the same product, but in terms of presenting that product to the particular segment would be completely different. Can we do that? Are we ready at this moment to move to a continuous sequence of products being launched and being managed in the market to provide for better and better service of the customers at the particular moment in life when they desire something for their life, not for their financial being, and create that matching between the product and life with the help of AI? I think we are. Maybe not all of us are, but some of us are. And those that are not, when will they learn? We all have to learn. This is changing. And yeah, this is how you start creating very complex products, like mortgage products, with a dynamic pricing and everything by simply interrogating the AI who helps you, in turn, create your product. The demos are available at the stage there, so I'm not going to stay with the demo anymore. But I'm trying to summarize in a diagram what are we doing here. We have the same no-code, low-code augmentation of a definition of products that is done in natural language based on a pre-trained business model. And then it has the 4 major components that FintechOS has had for the many years. Being able to create new products and offering, being able to build visually customer journeys, creating back office workflows that now can be so visually editable as the customer journey. So basically, we look at the back office users and back office processes in the same way as we used to look at the customers in the past. And obviously, because we do not build things in a void, creating the ecosystem connectors that connect us to the core systems, to other technologies, to your CRM, to your ERP, to whatever you have in your technology stack that is there. Finally, and I didn't have the time to go in my demo to the place of where the analytics were, finally providing for the analytics. Now, when is the time to act? I think the time to act is now. Because imagine that there is a space where our digital agents, or for some of the consumers, the digital agents will start interacting with the agents of those that have been there to create their agents. I don't need to remind you that in the last 5 days, some of us have learned that there is a world that we've not been a part of, and that world may actually capture ours. The same thing can happen in technology, the same thing can happen in our financial life. I just wish that we're all prepared when it happens. Thank you very much.
Awesome.